How did I make $2,000 in my first 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers while only working a total of maybe 10 to 20 hours on my store by hiring a virtual assistant? In today's video, I will share how and why to hire a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant and increase your income on Teachers Pay Teachers. I'll talk about why you should hire a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant, where to find a TPT VA, and how to hand off tasks to your Teachers Pay Teachers VA. Let's get to it. So let's first talk about 3 reasons why you should hire a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant. The biggest reason, of course, is time. Teachers are busy. I had been wanting to start a Teachers Pay Teachers store for years and had put it off because I didn't have the time. And I have a feeling that you probably feel this way too. I wasn't actually able to start my store or to get the ball rolling until I started to make the investment and hire on a virtual assistant, even just temporarily to help me get started. The second reason why you should hire a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant is that VAs can be very affordable. I'm talking between like $4 to $10 US per hour. We'll talk more about this later about how to find a virtual assistant that does have rates along these lines. But if you don't think that your time is worth $4 to $10 per hour, that's a whole other conversation, right? It is something that you can afford. You just have to look at this as an investment in order to make money down the line. And the third reason why you should hire a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant is that Teachers Pay Teachers is passive income. Your store keeps making money for you even if you're not working on your store. So that means that you could even hire someone on just to set your store up and put those products up for you and then not touch your store for months, but it will continue to earn money for years to come. The amount that we've made in the first 6 months on Teachers Pay Teachers has surpassed the amount that I invested in my Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant by at least 8 to 9 times over. Deciding to go all in on your online teacher business is a huge mindset hurdle, but it's also so important. I talk about this all the time in my Instagram story, so if you don't already follow me on Instagram, then make sure to give me a follow. Also, if we've never met, hi, hello, my name is Katie Geddes, and I am a former classroom teacher and now a full-time teacher entrepreneur and coach, and I'm here to help you build your online business as a teacher. So make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so the first step to actually hire a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant and increase your Teachers Pay Teachers income is determining the tasks that you want your virtual assistant to handle. Some of the examples of tasks that virtual assistants can take on for you are setting up your Teachers Pay Teachers store, creating resources, uploading resources, marketing your resources, the list goes on. These are all incredibly time-consuming tasks, and having a virtual assistant focus on these tasks can allow you the chance to focus on the more important tasks in your online business, such as brainstorming new products and being the visionary in your business. Or if there's one task that you really enjoy, like designing, then you can have them focus on the things that you don't enjoy as much, like uploading, writing descriptions, etc. What tasks would you love to outsource first in your own Teachers Pay Teachers business? Comment them below and share with me. I'd love to know. The next step in how to hire a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant and increase your Teachers Pay Teachers income is finding and hiring a virtual assistant. The first place that I can recommend is a Facebook group called TPT Virtual Assistant Finder. I will link this below in the description box. This is a Facebook group where any Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistants can post their services, their hourly rates, their packages, all the things, and you can also do the same. You can post searching for a virtual assistant as well. The next place that I would recommend is Fiverr. This is such an easy search. You just go to fiverr.com and you can type in the search bar Teachers Pay Teachers, and tons of virtual assistants will come up with all of their packages as well, and they all have examples of tasks that they can complete for you, as well as a bunch of reviews from people who've worked with them in the past. And finally, the last place I would recommend is checking out onlinejobs.ph. This is a website where you can actually hire virtual assistants that are based in the Philippines, and the benefit here is that the cost of living is much lower in the Philippines, so that means that the wages are also much lower. So the hourly rate for a virtual assistant that you might find on this website is probably anywhere between $4 to $8 an hour. You do have to pay a subscription fee upfront, which is about $69 per month, but you can sign up for that, post your listing, find your virtual assistant, and then close your account. As far as what I did in hiring a virtual assistant for my Teachers Pay Teachers store, I actually did a combination of these things. I at first hired someone off of Fiverr who was an experienced Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant, so she knew the platform really well, and I had her do all of my store setup, all of the banners and everything. I I also had her upload my first freebies and my first couple of paid products. Once I kind of understood some best practices as far as uploading goes, I then passed on these tasks to my full-time virtual assistant, who is someone that I found on Online Jobs PH, but he's someone who has never had experience with Teachers Pay Teachers before. So he was able to kind of observe what she did for us in the setup and continue those practices through the rest of our uploads, now that we kind of had a better understanding of how to go about it. Do you want to hear more about my journey of getting started on Teachers Pay Teachers? I have a video where I break down the first 3 months of my Teachers Pay Teachers journey. Definitely make sure to check out that video after this one. Finally, let's talk about probably the most important part of hiring a Teachers Pay Teachers virtual assistant, which is some tips for working with your virtual assistant. There are 3 main tools that I use for working with my virtual assistant. The first one is Manage My VAs, which is actually a tab in the Teachers Pay Teachers platform where you can grant access to your virtual assistant by adding in their email address, but it only allows them to see some parts of your Teachers Pay Teachers store. So this way that you can keep your statistics and your payment information and everything separate from the tasks that you would actually want them to complete. The next thing I would say is to create templates. So if they do not already have experience on the Teachers Pay Teachers platform, then you could create one example of a great thumbnail or one example of a great description, and then you can just have them make small edits based on the products that they are uploading for you. Or you could do the same thing with your actual products. You can make a template of the first product that you want to create, and then if you want to have variations of that product or product lines, then you can have them take that as a template and then adjust small things to create an entirely different product. And finally, the third thing that I always use with my virtual assistant is a shared Google Drive. In the shared Google Drive, I just have all of my branding information, like our fonts, our colors, our logos, and this way they have access to anything that they need to get the job done. Having a virtual assistant take some of these tasks off the plate for you can be so helpful, not only for maintaining your Teachers Pay Teachers store, but also just to get started. We uploaded a bunch of products in the first couple of months of getting started, and honestly, we haven't even touched the store in probably 3 to 4 months now, and we're still continuing to see hundreds of dollars in profit every month. So I cannot express what a wonderful opportunity that this could be for you as a teacher to increase your side income or your online business as a teacher. So if you want to see a breakdown of our entire 6 months with all of the earnings and conversion rates, statistic, all the things, then definitely check this video out after this one. So hopefully you found this video to be helpful. Maybe I convinced you to consider getting a virtual assistant for your Teachers Pay Teachers store, or maybe it's something that maybe you're considering down the line as well. But if you did like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscription button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!